Hey, y'all. Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Gold Digger Girl. And today we are dual streaming or triple streaming. Is that even a thing? We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram. So wherever you're tuning in, say hello. Happy Monday. I am so excited to close out the month with you this week because we are going to totally crush it when it comes to what we're talking about today, being seen on social to level up your online sales. Say that 10 times fast, right? I know you are wondering, like, what do I need to do to be seen? What do I need to do to get in front of more people? And that is absolutely what we're going to talk about today, which is super excited. So as you guys are coming in, let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. City, state, province, country. Also, feel free to tag a friend, especially if you are on Facebook, because you know how Facebook is where it doesn't tell people what's happening, and you tag a friend and they're going to know that we're streaming right now. But we're going to be talking about being seen on social, how you can blow it up. Okay. And I have to tell you guys something funny. So I went last night, I was getting ready for today and I was prepping. Oh, hey, Kim, what's up? Nice to see you in my feed. And I was getting ready for today and I was like, okay, and I've got the audio room. And then I was like, wait, I don't think I saw the audio room was scheduled because my team scheduled it. I don't see the audio room anymore. It's freaking hilarious. So I like Google it. I'm like, are Facebook audio rooms around still? Couldn't find any information on it. So I think that they're gone now. So we're not doing an audio room, but I think that's hilarious that things change that fast on social media. Can I get an amen? Like, you literally get a science, get it down to a science, get a routine going, and then it's gone. Poof, it's gone, right? Oh my gosh. So Roxanne, I actually tried to do that. I was going live on TikTok as well one time and it like blew up. Like, you're right. I don't know if it was my internet or what. So I did attempt that. I will have to go back to TikTok for that. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. I promised you, I posted this on my wall yesterday and I promised you guys I am going to show you how I got a reel to go get to 35,000 views in less than 12 hours. Are you guys ready for this? So how many of you drop some fire if you really want to grow your reels? Okay, you're like, I want my reels to crush it. I know the power of reels. I hear people talking about reels, but I just can't seem to figure it out. Okay, if that's you, I did some split testing. It was actually a 5-way split test. What that means is where you try different things to see which outcome gets the best result. Okay, so I did some split testing. This is what I do when I have free time. I split test reels. This is what I did on Saturday night. Yeah, I know, it's so funny. Okay, I'm cracking myself up over here. Okay, so you guys can go and watch these if you want to see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so you go to the Reels section on Instagram. The reason why I'm showing you on my phone and not screen sharing is because we're on my Instagram on my cell as well. Okay, if you guys weren't following me, I did the most fabulous thing for myself on Friday. I booked an all-day photo shoot. Now, it's one thing to book an all-day photo shoot, which means you have to figure out your outfits and jewelry. And just so y'all are aware, that's not my forte. I know I look like I match and all of that. I used my finger. I actually bought like makeup brushes and stuff over the weekend. I'm like, okay, like I'm inspired, and I still use my finger today because it didn't work out. So it's not my forte. So I had my like outfits and all the things, but to go from 8 a.m. to almost 5 p.m. of having your picture taken is like not for the faint of heart. Okay, but the reason why I did that is because we're doing a rebrand right now, and I knew I needed to do it. So I had someone come with me that was helping me out, and she took shout out to Emily, and she took behind the scenes footage of the whole day, which is really cool. So what I did, this is how I did the split test. All right, I'm going to show you guys. So all at once, within a matter of like, I don't know, however long it took me to make the reels and whatnot, probably it took me start to finish to do 5 of them. It probably took me about 20 minutes. Okay, you guys probably can't see on here, but the first one, 198 views. The next one, 35,500 views. The next one, 171. Next one, 83. And this one is at 2,804. Now, what's interesting is none of them are really like traditional reels. They're actually just video clips with thumbnails. Okay. So you see that? So it's just video footage. It wasn't like I, grabbed some audio trend that's trending. It's just video footage. Okay. I did put a picture on each one of them. When I posted it, I uploaded a picture, which I think is very important, by the way, for branding. Now, this is what I did. The first 4, When I posted them, this is really key. Listen up, you guys, because when you go to do this, you're going to be like, okay, what did she say? Okay. What you want to do is when you post the reel and it says post this to your profile or your grid or however it prompts you, say no. Okay. Just say no. It's like back in like, what was that called? Dare? Just say no to drugs. Okay. Just say no to your grid. The first 4 I did not post to my grid. The last one I did. So what happened is these got put out into the main feed of Reels. And what happens is there's a much higher chance of you hitting the mark, and I'll show you some hashtags I used. There's a much higher chance of you going viral. Okay. Now going viral, because I have a couple of TikToks that have over 100,000 views, that's not exactly awesome. And the reason why it's not awesome is because it's impossible to handle that volume of comments and, all the things and following people. However, it's great visibility. It's great exposure. That is why we're doing this. So repeat after me. We want Reels to go viral because we want to get in front of people we wouldn't get in front of otherwise. This is free. You guys, do you know how much I'd have to pay to get 35,000 views on a Facebook Live? I would have to pay thousands of dollars, or I don't know, something big. That's free. And it took me 5 seconds. Okay. It's not even like a real reel. Now, what I did do is, let's see, I used a trending song, and then I also used a set of hashtags. I don't know, you guys can go and find the video. It's in my Reels section. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have 18 hashtags. I have played with hashtags over the years, and I have 5 sets of hashtags that I love, and I reuse them all the time. So this one was about social media tips, social media coach, build your audience, mompreneurs, branding coach. The reason why it worked is because my hashtags made sense with the video and the messaging. Your brand is your vibe. What story are you telling with your content? And then the hashtags made sense. Okay. So this is why the hashtags have to be thought through, test them out. They need to make sense with the actual video. And also you want to use trending audio or trending songs. But the cool thing is that by me not posting it on my grid, I was able to get out into the feed of the Reels section. When you post, now I have a following on Instagram. So when I post on my wall, I have almost 3,000 views on a reel. So that's good, right? That's really great exposure. That's my warm audience. The 3,000 people who looked at this one are all people who already know me and follow me and got notified that I posted a reel, and they went and looked at it. So I have 44,000 followers on Instagram, about a little less than 10%, maybe 7%. Yeah, 8%. Yeah, something like that, 8 or 9% actually went and watched the reel. So that gives me some good data. If you have a following on Instagram, go ahead and post the reel on your grid. If you don't, skip that or split test like I did and see what happens. And make sure you're using hashtags that are trending, that people are searching. You want hashtags, and this is inside Crushing It on Instagram. We have a whole strategy behind this, but you want hashtags that are actually between about 100,000, 150,000 to about 500,000. It'll tell you that when you choose the hashtag. You don't want a hashtag that's got like millions of, millions of people have used it, because it's just there's too many people. You also don't want to use hashtags that have very little, because no one's searching that hashtag. Okay. So there's kind of a sweet spot there in the whole method, but I wanted to show that to you because I promised I would. I hope that was helpful. I want you guys to do a split test. Okay. So this is your homework. In the next 24 hours, I want you guys to split test. I want you to put up 2 reels, and I didn't even wait. I didn't space those out. I just hammered them all out, all 5 in a row. I want you to do 2 reels, get them both out there. And I want you to post one that you skip, you're posting it on your profile, and let it just be in the reels section of Instagram in that feed. And I want you to post one where it does end up on your grid. Okay. Make sure it's branded. You've got a cover on it. Looks nice. And don't forget about those hashtags. Okay. Is that helpful? All right. Awesome. Okay. So let's get into it. Oh, also, I was going to let you guys know, we start the social media marketing expert certification tomorrow. Okay. I think it's let me get you guys the time for it. 11 a.m. Central. 11 a.m. Central tomorrow, we kick off the 12 weeks of the social media marketing expert certification. Okay. If you didn't get a binder in the mail with the course materials. You can print everything off. We'll make sure that you have access to that. So if you didn't get it yet, just let us know. It's inside the Facebook group, Like a Gold Digger. And inside that Facebook group, Like a Gold Digger conference, is for all ticket holders. Everyone coming to the conference in September, Like a Gold Digger conference, you can still register for it, gets the social media marketing expert certification option as part of it. It's 12 weeks virtual. I'll go and do a Zoom every other week. And then there'll be 12 hours at the conference and you'll get your certification at the end. You do have to complete certain core competencies in the expert certification to get it. You don't just automatically get it. I am vetting out each and every one of you. I'm leading this, like my eyes are on this, because if I certify you and say you're a social media marketing expert, my name is associated with that as well, right? It's part of my brand reputation. So that puts a little pressure on you that you actually have to do what you're learning. You can't just like check a box off that you watched a video, okay? So the Zoom schedule is in Like a Gold Digger conference. If you're on Facebook, just put link in the comments and we can get you registered for it if you want to do it. The social media marketing expert certification is worth thousands of dollars and it comes with every single, every ticket, silver, platinum, or gold, every ticket purchase, you get that with it. I know, isn't that cool? We just wanted to be very generous and this is how we're going to do that. So everything kicks off tomorrow. Okay. Everything will be recorded if you can't make it live, but if you didn't grab your ticket yet, if you're on Instagram, just click the link in my bio. You'll see it on my milkshake. Same with YouTube. Just click over on Instagram and you'll find it there. If you're on Facebook, like Raylan, just put link in the comments. I'll automatically message you a link to register and grab your ticket, Raylan. Okay. And then I'll get to see you at the conference, which is so exciting because it's less than 3 months away. I'm counting down the days. Okay. So we want to tell you guys about that. And then also we are raising the prices on Six Figure Breakthrough Business Academy today. So put link in the comments as well if you need to enroll for that. Welcoming all new students right now. So excited to have you. But if you've been looking at the Academy, it's going up over $1,000, I think $1,500, something like that, $2,000. So now is the time to get your booty in there because we're literally raising the price like end of today. Yep, it's happening. If you did just get in, congratulations. You just got in before we raised the price, which is awesome. Okay, now let's talk about how to be seen on social, right? How are we seen on social to level up online sales? Whenever I work one-on-one with students, I'm always amazed at how foundational this piece is, but it's the piece that's missed. You know, it's not enough to have a great idea or a great product, business opportunity, or a course. It's just not. You absolutely have to have the numbers. And it is a numbers game, just with network marketing, with coaching, with selling, you know, a coffee cup. Like it's a numbers game. Without the numbers, you will not have enough sales to live off of. You'll get some sales, right? Like all of you could launch some idea today and you're going to get a sale. But in order to build a sustainable business that can see the ups and downs, right, as we're experiencing right now with the economy, shoot your contact at Gold Digger headquarters, Wendy, a message and we'll get you taken care of. Just like what we're seeing with the economy, like how can you navigate the ups and downs of all the things that happen and choose not to participate in that roller coaster where you can actually choose the income that you're going to bring in. And that's the ability that you have at your fingertips with online marketing and social media, which is really exciting. You can do that when the numbers are there. So I'm positive if tomorrow, like one of the things we're going to launch is called Gold Digger Girls Academy. It's going to be for preteens and teens. We're not going to do it in 2022. It's probably going to be next year. I'm positive if I launch that tomorrow that we would have people enroll in it. Like I'm 1,000% positive. How do I know that? Well, I know my audience, but also I have the numbers. So how great would that be for you to feel so confident in your launches and the things that you want to put out there that you have the numbers, okay? So how do we do that? So here's a few steps to get you started. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to show up daily. Show up every day. You know, you've heard me say this a million times, but you've got to show up. Like if you're not, and when I say show up, like legit show up, not like this lame freaking thing where you're like, oh yeah, and you put some janky post up that you didn't even think twice about. Like really think about curating content in a way that shows who you are, that you've got your branding buckets figured out, which we'll actually get into during the cert. So don't worry, it's coming. But like, who are you? Let's build out that story. What's your micro story? What little pieces of you are you sharing on social in a vulnerable, genuine, authentic way that really emotionally connects you to your audience? because people buy from those they know, like, and trust, but they have an emotional connection. I know a lot of you are emotionally connected to me. And I know you can feel I reciprocate that. Like, I adore you. And all I want is for you to be successful. I'm a little obsessed with it if you haven't noticed, because we have that emotional connection and I care that much about you. Well, how can you create that with your own audience? So if you're not showing up and you're not consistent, or you're putting up posts that are not real, you're going to know it. You're going to feel it. You're not going to be excited. You're going to go through the motions. You're going to feel a little guilty because it's always like an afterthought. Like, if you really want to build on social, you absolutely need to level up your game when it comes to the kind of content you're sharing. You can't get away with before and after pictures, every couple weeks anymore. Like, sure, that used to work back in like 2015. It doesn't work anymore that way. Okay, so keep that in mind. You absolutely have to learn how to show up with your audience in a way that really connects with them. Okay, so show up daily. Also, I want to challenge you to ask yourself, are you showing up in the right place? Now is a good time to ask yourself where you've been hanging out on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Where are you? Is that where you want to continue to build? There's a million different ways to build an audience. And look at all the things at our fingertips now, right? Maybe it's your email list. Maybe you're like, oh, Kimberly, you talk about Facebook groups. I don't know. I feel like I really want to create community with my email list. You can absolutely do that. I have people that I've purchased courses from that I've never interacted with them outside of listening to their podcast and registering on their little landing page, and that's it. Like, you don't have to do those things. You're an entrepreneur. Like, you get to decide how you build this. And when you stop just like responding to every single thing you hear about, instead say, well, what do I want to do? How do I want to build this? What does this look like for me? What feels good to me? Is that how I envision me building my business? Like, when you actually like start to work on your business, and this is where we reflect and we actually strategize and we sit with it, that's when you will break away from the pack. Okay. And that's when you won't be dependent upon the next coach or trainer or Facebook Live information that you get, right? You start to get to do this and you get to create what you want. Decide. Now's a great time to reflect and say, all right, does that feel good to me? Do I like this other avenue? Ooh, maybe I could do that. Okay. I actually bought a $500 course from this woman who I liked her YouTube videos, and I actually stumbled upon her because I Googled something about Instagram apps. Like, that's not even her main jam. Her main jam is YouTube. And I started watching her videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, she's so like, I love how she teaches. Like, this is great. And so she helped, and this was years ago. She helped me like with some cool apps. I think I was creating the Instagram course, and I was like, I want to like step up my game. Oop, my internet's kind of sketchy here. Oh, probably because I'm on a hotspot right now on my phone and I'm on like 7 devices. There's just that. Actually, I'm going to turn my iPad off. Is that what this is called? iPad? Addison got an iPod. I'm like, do they even have those anymore? I think they stopped making them. Anyways, so I started watching her YouTube videos. Loved her. She had this free masterclass I signed up for. It was like not even real. It was like a replay one. And I bought a $500 course from her. I wasn't even on her email list, wasn't in her Facebook group, didn't follow her on Instagram, bought a $500 course from her. Okay. There's more than one way to build your business, but you cannot build it if you don't show up. Okay. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to go live every week or produce some kind of powerful content that's beyond a post. So you can go live. You can go on Instagram, you can go live on YouTube, you can go live on Facebook, you can go live on TikTok, okay? Or maybe you record a video of a training and you email it out every week. That works. Podcast episodes, you drop a new podcast episode or maybe twice a week. That works as well. The reason why we need you to go live though, or do something where it's not just a post, is because people need to get to know you. They need to see your personality, your emotions. They need to hear you. So that way they can say, oh, wow, like she really knows her stuff. That's what we're going for. That credibility, authority, all of that is real. And when people are ready to invest in learning how to build a business, they want to lose weight, like they're going to look for the person who they think can get them there. So if you're not selling stuff, it's because you have not leveled up and postured up to a point where people go, she's the one I want to work with. Become that person. But you can't become that person if you're hiding, telling yourself that you don't have anything to talk about. Are you kidding me right now? Like, go to the library and get an encyclopedia. I don't know if they still have those, but like go Google some topic and you're going to see 50,000 things. By the way, I have to give a shout out to this company. It's called Rain. I do not sell Rain. I was featured as a keynote speaker at their conference, which is really cool. So I had, heard of their stuff, but I have actually hadn't been on their products. Oh my gosh. Okay. I know y'all love your network marketing companies, but I got to give them a shout out. So it's superfoods science. Everything's based on superfoods. So this is like, I do these once a day. And honestly, you guys, like, sometimes I'll just go longer without eating if I'm like on Zooms back to back, and I'll just consume one of these. So for those of you that have pouches as products, those are great little like meal replacements. However, all the products in here, I could go live every single week talking about a different superfood. I could go live every week talking about plant-based, recipes that kids love. I could go live every week talking about how to shop local and how you can go to your farmer's market and how to find a local food at your grocery store. How do you actually buy organic foods on a budget? Like, I could take this one product that I'm looking at and come up with 12 ideas. If you're telling yourself you have nothing to talk about, then why would somebody want to work with you? If you're telling yourself you have nothing to talk about, then you have not sat with this long enough to figure out what your thing is. If I gave you a spot to speak at the conference and I said, all right, Alicia, you're up. Kaylee, you're up. Stage is yours. I'm going to fill up the audience with your avatar. The stage is yours. What do you want to talk about? You're not going to sell anything, right? You don't go on stage and sell. You go on stage and serve. Kimberly, any of you get to go up on stage. What would you talk about? It should be easy. It should be something you're excited about. It should be something you're passionate about. And if it's not, then you're in the wrong space. And that's why you're struggling. And that's not easy to talk about, is it? Going live should be easy for you. You should love it. And not the getting in front of camera. That can be scary for people. That takes some time, okay? But going live, producing a podcast, shooting out a video to your email list, that topic and content should absolutely be effortless. Okay, number 3, we want to funnel them into a place to nurture them. So my example here is a Facebook group. Hey, Steph, what's up? Steph, side note, remind me to talk to you about the curriculum. I need to make sure that everyone has the PDF to print off if they didn't get it, because I forgot. I was thinking about it last night when I was falling asleep, but it was really late at night. Okay, we're going to funnel into a Facebook group or somewhere else where we can contain our leads, okay? What we want to do is we want to ask ourselves, okay, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm doing Reels. Where are you funneling the people? Where do they go? Because if you go live, like right now, if I just went live and I was like, thanks, and I was like, oh, hey guys, Kimberly here. Yay, we're going to talk about, being seen on social. It's awesome. I hope that was helpful. Bye. I don't even know where you all are. I don't have you on an email list. I don't have you in my Facebook group. I have no way to market to you. I have no way to continue to develop a relationship with you. I have no way to find you because you're all over the internet and I don't own the internet, right? Or all over social media. We need a place. We need a container. Where are we putting our people? So I want you to decide that. Where are they? Is it a Facebook group? Is it an email list? Where are your people hanging out? Okay. Number 4 is you need to develop a personal brand. Hey, Tanya, you need to develop a personal brand. Now, I've talked about this all the time. In the book I have is a #1 bestseller, what is it called? Boss It Up, Babe. That book is a really like a start to finish. So grab that book, you can get it on Amazon, paperback or Kindle. Boss It Up, Babe. And that is the start to finish of how to build a personal brand. So go grab that book if you've not read it yet, or you're just like, okay, just teach me, put me in, coach, right? If you need a book in your hands, that's a great starting point. Okay. Obviously in 6-Figure Breakthrough Business Academy, Ignited Life Coaching, like we build it out with you, right? Like I get it. It can be a little intimidating, a little overwhelming to go, oh my gosh, building a whole personal brand. And I see Cindy here. Like, would you not agree, Cindy? Like when you came into my world, you thought you were going to do something. And then through the process of building out the personal brand, you pivoted and you evolved and you changed. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's a discovery process. But if we don't take the time to figure that out and we're not sure who we are, put me in the comments if you're just not sure. You're just kind of like, I don't know my personal brand. I don't know exactly who I serve. I don't know what my offer is. I don't know what gap I'm closing. I don't know the real true need. I don't know the solution. I don't know what promise I'm making, what my offer is. I don't know, Kimberly. Just put me in the comments. You're going to be surprised how many people say me, by the way. Thank you, Rebecca, for leading the way in the honesty. A lot of you are thanking me, or if you watch replay, right? If you don't know the answer to that, how can anyone look at your content and know for themselves that you're the one that they're supposed to work with? If you don't know, they don't know. And if you don't have clarity, you better believe you're not showing up clearly. If you're not confident in who you are, you better believe you're not showing up confidently. And even though no one's saying it to you, they can sense it. This is why conversations go cold, or you're talking to someone and they enroll with someone else. Have you ever had that happen before? Right? You're just like, oh my gosh, I was talking to that person, or they were supposed to coach with me and then they went over and coached with this other person, because that other person was more confident and more clear. So working on it. Exactly, Megan. That it's not about perfection. It's about the progress. And the progress won't happen until you really say and dig your heels in and say, all right, I'm going to figure this out. Okay. You have to be committed to it because it is a commitment process. It's a huge, huge thing to get really clear on your personal brand. I get it. Okay. It looks like I just kind of, wow, I woke up one day, I'm like, I'm the gold digger girl. No, you can ask my sister. I'll never forget. I voice memoed her in, I think like September, October maybe. And I was like, I think I need like a brand. And this was in 2017. I was like, I think I need a brand. And she's like, yes, absolutely. So I carried a notebook around with me for 6 months. It took me 6 months to be like the gold digger girl. That's it. That's the one. That's what I'm going to do. And I built my brand out. It took me 6 months. How many people here are like 6 months? Jeez. Woo, right? Okay. Develop a personal brand. So my Wi-Fi, oh, it's okay right now. Fingers crossed. Please just keep it going. The final thing we're going to do is we're going to get great at closing. Because if you want to be seen on social and you want to close more sales, you have to ask great questions. You have to ask amazing questions. You have to uncover, you have to dig in, you have to discover, and you have to really listen. Because if you don't do that and you're just sending links out, people are going to click off. They're not going to feel connected to you. You're probably sending them not even the right thing. You could have upsold them. You could have plugged them into something better suited. And you could have moved the conversation to the finish line, to across the finish line, if you ask questions. It's not doing anyone a favor to just go around messaging people or being like, oh, I saw that you wanted to know more info. Here's the link. That's not helping anybody. What we want to do instead is we want to get really great at asking questions, because when you ask the questions, you are going to validate that they need your thing. Oh yeah, hey, you're talking to someone, you're like, hey, I saw that you wanted to know more about my, cool weight loss product. Okay. Whatever. Say you sell weight loss products and you're asking questions. So tell me a bit more about that. What has you curious about, for me, I lost all the baby weight by taking this product and, didn't have a lot of time for the gym. Don't love diet. I refused to diet. This product worked really great for me, but tell me what has you curious about it. Is it for the weight loss? Is it for the energy? Is it for, the bloating? They're going to tell you. Oh, well, actually, the reason why I was really curious about it is because I did just, had another baby and I want to safely lose the weight. I've done some, excessive dieting in the past, and, counting calories and stuff like that can be a trigger for me. And I like the idea that it was something healthy and safe. Oh, wow. This is a totally different conversation, isn't it? Now you can listen. Now you can ask questions. And you know what? You're probably the first person to ask that person the why. And now they're like, wow, Kimberly's different. She actually cares. She's asking questions, and really listen and really care and really ask questions. And I can have a better conversation now. Oh, wow. Yes, absolutely. This is totally, you don't have to diet or any of that. It's all plant-based, safe, whatever. And I'd also recommend XYZ. Oh, hey, and we also have this Facebook group where we do cool things like walking challenges and yoga. Since you just had a baby, I'm sure you could use some support. Would you like to be in that Facebook group? And can you see how it changes the energy and the vibe? And it makes it so easy to invite her into your community because you care and you ask questions. Okay. There's a big, big difference there. And I can't stress that enough. Okay. So we're going to show up daily. We're going to show up daily. Okay. Just say yes in capital letters if you can commit to the following: show up daily, go live weekly, or produce some kind of awesome content like a podcast episode. We're going to funnel people into a Facebook group or an email list. We're going to develop a personal brand, and we're going to get great at closing. We're going to get great at asking better questions and having that conversation around the sale. Would you like to go ahead and order? Would you like to go ahead and enroll as a business builder? Would you like to go ahead and become my next success story and get into my program? Put yes in the comments if you're like, okay, I can do that. And that is literally the winning formula to being seen on social and to closing more sales, 100%. Okay. So if you jumped on partway through, I just want to remind you guys that tomorrow kicks off for the social media marketing expert certification. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys, put link in the comments if you're not on our email list. Put link in the comments if you're not on our email list. If you're on Instagram or YouTube, just click the link in my bio and opt into the Reels Challenge or one of the freebies and you'll get on there. We are releasing the Selfie Superstar course. You guys have been asking me for a long time. I've been working on this for months for help with selfies. I did a poll last week and I couldn't believe the answers. People are not posting enough selfies. You guys, if you really want to build a personal brand on social, you have got to feel comfortable with taking selfies, and not like the one where it's like the same one. We've got to build you up. It's you. You are the brand. We've got to build you up on social media. So how to do that, where to use the selfies, like apps, filters, editing, props, inside, outside, like clothing, accessories. I have it all done for you in the Selfie Superstar course. Okay. So if you're on our email list, we're dropping that Wednesday. We'll have a special promo for you guys while we're opening the course. Okay. So tomorrow, the social media, and just put link in the comments if you need that. Tomorrow, the social media marketing expert certification kicks off. We are kicking off inside of Like a Gold Digger Conference Facebook group. You'll see the Zoom schedule on there. I'll be at 11 a.m. Central on Zoom, meeting you guys there to train you through the first module. There's 6 modules we're going to go through together over the course of 12 weeks. This is going to prepare you for the conference. At the conference, you're going to finish the cert with 12 hours of in-person training at the conference. And at the end, you're going to get your beautiful certificate. You're going to get to walk on stage. It's going to be magical. But how great is that going to be? Not only for your confidence, but let's whip your social media into shape. But to put that on your bio, on your resume, wherever you're promoting yourself, when people interview you, you have a social media marketing expert certification. That's powerful. So if you're a business builder, you have a network marketing team, direct sales, or you're a coach in any way, having that street cred is powerful. Yes, I'll record all of it. Absolutely. And you'll have access for life to the content. Yes. And in order to complete the cert, you have to go through the core competencies and complete them, and I'll validate them all and verify them. So you can't just be like, oh yes, Kimberly, I'm so smart. Like, you actually have to do it. And it's going to be, you're excited now, but I'm going to be putting you to work. It's like a mini boot camp. So it's not for the faint of heart. Okay. Also wanted to remind you guys that 2:00 Central, I am going live inside of Gold Digging Boss Babes and Gold Digger Creatives. Okay. We have 2 Facebook groups. I'm dual streaming in both of them. And I'm going to talk to you about stop convincing and start attracting your ideal avatar with this hack that I have for you. So you guys are going to love that. So you can join me at the top of the hour at 2:00 Central. And here, let me give you guys a curiosity post that you can do. Okay. So take a picture of me. Yay. And you're going to put this in your stories. Okay. All right. Take a picture. My eyes are open. Whoop, whoop. Okay. I want you to take a picture and just say, just crushed an awesome training with the Gold Digger Girl. Tag me. I'll give you a shout out for tagging me. Okay. Just crushed an awesome training with the Gold Digger Girl. And she gave some awesome tips on how to get more eyes on your social media content. Would you like the training? Or you could just ask a question that says, who else wants to up their social media game? ? Yes, absolutely. You can use the poll feature, use one of those stickers over there. And that way you can get some leads from it and have a conversation with people about why they're using social media. Is it for their business? What business are they in? And obviously you can make a great connection that way. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. I can't wait to see you guys at the top of the hour though. Come hang out with me inside the Facebook groups. We'll talk about stop convincing and start attracting your ideal avatar with the hack I have for you. So head to the Facebook groups at 2:00 Central and I will see you there. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.